hey, 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 hey. Ooh, wow. Don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me, but maybe you already want to. As you walk on by, will you call my name? As you walk on by, will you call my name? When you walk away, don't you forget about me. Hi. Hi, happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hey, Rhonda, what's going on? Um, Thank you so much, Rhonda. Thank you. And Al loves your love. Loves your love. So, everybody, before we get kicking in here with Kicking Al and me, please go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and send some love. Send some love on this fabulous, fun Friday. Why? Because it's Friday. And I hope that all of you have had a great week. I have had, well, it's been all right. It's been okay. But you know what? Why am I going to complain? Because I'm a grandma and there's a beautiful new baby in the family and she's really cute and she smells good and she's not sleeping, but she's adorable and oh my gosh, what a little dolly. Hello, Cindy. How are you? Hi, Nancy. Eunice. Yo. Eunice in the house. Elise, what is going on? She is absolutely fabulous. And Kurt, good evening. What is going on? Yes, happy Father's Day to all of you daddies and daddios out there, because this Sunday is Father's Day, which I think Nancy reminded me of it a couple of nights ago because I didn't know. I lose track. I lose complete track of time. I did Mother's Day. Yeah, Mother's Day already passed. But you know what? It's fine. It's all good. Let's see what's going on. Scott is here, and I think I got everybody so far, so good. So far, so good. Yeah. We got a lot to talk about tonight. Just so much going on in the news this week. It's crazy. But it's good for me because that gives me something to talk about with you guys. Weather's weird here today in Rhode Island. I feel like so old when I do that. When I start talking about the weather, I said I'm my mother. Because that's what like I'm not going to say old, but older people like to talk about the weather all the time, right? But I feel like it's in the forefront of my head. So, weird. I actually started doing some yard work this afternoon and I stopped because I felt a couple of raindrops. And oh my gosh, why my nose doesn't itch all day. I don't know what it is. Is it the microphone? I don't know. So I started doing a little, raindrops fell down. I said, oh, let me put the tools away. Let me put the stuff away. It's good because it really looks threatening and it still looks threatening here in Rhode Island. So I said, and it was Al said 90% chance of rain. So I said, okay. So I put everything away like a good person. And then the sun came out. As soon as I went back in the house, I said, you are ridiculous, Mother Nature. You ridiculous. You ridiculous. So I could have gotten more done and I didn't because I freaked out because I'm a girl and I don't care if I get wet, but how much can you really do in the pouring rain? You know what I'm saying? But then it didn't end up pouring, so now I feel like a dummy. But anyway. So yeah, let's see. But you come on. Thank you so much, Cindy. I appreciate that. And Kurt said Al would smell good too if you sprinkle him with baby lotion. No, not doing that, Kurt. But thank you for the suggestion. I appreciate it. And let's see. Scott says it was brutal in Boston with wind and rain. Really? It's coming. It's coming to Rhode Island because the skies have been threatening. Of course, when I wanted to go outside, that's when the clouds came because it was sunny all morning. I don't like when that happens. I really don't. Nancy said the humidity is awful here in New Hampshire. Really? It's fine in Rhode Island. That's strange. I would think it would be worse here than up there, but I'm sorry to hear that. I gotta get my water. I dropped my napkin. Hold on. I gotta get my napkin because I don't want to get condensate. I don't want my cup sweating. Cheers to everybody. It's a water night. because we have yard sales at 5:30. I'm leaving here. 5:30 a.m. I was like, "Are you out of your mind?" I said, "No, I'm not out of my mind. This is what I do." Rhonda said it's 100 degrees, sunny, and so humid in Arkansas. Now, my daughter, if those of you who know, she's moved to Waco. And I talked to her a little while ago and she said, it's like 110 here. I said, yo, yuck. And she said, but it feels like it's 84. Now, I don't know why she didn't say 85, but she said 84. She said, because it's not humid. So I said, okay, all right, whatever. Kathy Waddle's in the house. Hello. Eunice says, happy Father's Day to all you boys out there and the girls who had to be both. Eunice. And Kathy Waddle said she's on her way to see Joan Jett and Alanis Morissette. It's like rain on your wedding day. It's rerun and you're already there. It's good advice that you just didn't take. And who would have thought it's bigger? Is it bigger? Is that what she says? I don't know. Next 4 weeks of outdoor concerts once a week. Good for you. Have a great time tonight, Kathy. Nancy said, got my Women of Distinction Award yesterday. That is so exciting. Halise, congratulations to you. And Kathy Waddle said that's one of the 2 songs of Alanis's that she knows. And what's the other one? Literally, what's the other one? Tell me so I can sing it because I want to. Hit the like button, everybody. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Seriously, what's the other Alanis Morissette song? So, what was I saying? I was talking about something. I was talking about the weather because I always talk about the weather. Because I got one hand in my pocket and the other one is giving a high five. High five. No, didn't she date that guy? That guy from Full House, Dave? And wasn't that song like? Wasn't that song about him, or was it? Yeah, what's the one where she says she goes down? I think that was about him, right? In a restaurant, right? That's about him allegedly. The Dave guy. What's it, Dave? Dave? Oh, come on! Now I gotta Google it because I don't know if anybody can answer. I don't know if Scott can answer me quick. Alanis Morissette, Dave Coulier. Dave Coulier. Yeah. You ought to know. Wait. Let's go here. Hold on. Cause you ought to know. Like she was really angry in that song, right? She's really mad. Good job. Thanks. Scott, thank you. And Rhonda, thank you so much. Yes, Dave, is that how you say his name? Dave Coulier? It sounds so French, but then like the song is so raw and angry and nasty and frayed edges. Deej, what's going on? Deej is in the house. She was so mad she missed Wednesday. And I'm like, you know what? It's fine because you go ahead and watch it another time, which a lot of people here do that. If they can't make it to the live, they watch it later, which is great. I love Joan Jett too. I think she's great. There hasn't been much about her like out in the news or anything. Not that like, what does she do? She's a good person. So it's not like you're going to see much about her, but I don't know. I feel like she should get more press. Don't you? I feel like she never really did. I think, she's so talented and her shows are so fun and so high energy. It's like, dude, come on. Talk about Joan. All right. So anyway, I hope you guys had a good week. The weekend is here. I have yard sales tomorrow. I will be picking up my friend Susan at 5:30 in the morning because there is one that starts at 6 a.m. Yep. So we're going to be there for 6. I mean, we could technically be there for 5, but I'm not going to push it. I'm just not. So we're going to be there for 6. And then we have another, like there's 2 in the vicinity that start at 7:30, but we're going to be there a little bit earlier because we want to jump. We want to, like these look like good ones. We want to be right in there. And, there's a bunch, but we'll see. Hopefully it's a good day. Wish the yard sale gods and goddesses upon us, please. I need a good day. I need a really good day. So Scott says, I saw Joan Jett with Bryan Adams. She was so good. Isn't she great? And yes, Rhonda, I will be talking about that later, actually. So yeah, Joan Jett is just, I think she puts on one hell of a show, and I really, really enjoy her. I really do. And I haven't seen her in a few years. I think has it been a few years? I think so. Yeah. Anything else going on, guys? Anything exciting, or because if not, we're just jumping into it. We're just going to go into the entertainment and music news here, because I really don't. Oh, wait a minute. I can talk about. I did bring over Chris and Kendra some food the other day. I made meatballs, pasta, and chicken franchise. Okay, so I made that for the first time ever. I've never made chicken franchise. I think I put too much lemon juice in it, for sure. Definitely too much lemon juice. I think the sauce was too thick, so there was too much flour. And I know, don't laugh at me, but I don't think it was a big problem. So it calls for white wine, which burns off anyway. I used Prosecco, and it totally burns off, so it was no big deal. But literally, I think the white wine would have been better, to be quite honest. I think so. So I've learned my lesson for next time, and hopefully it comes out better. I mean, it wasn't bad. It really wasn't. And I do think, so I've had chicken franchise with capers, and I do think that the capers, because they're so salty, I think they do add quite a bit. So next time when I make that, I'm going to make it with capers. And let's see, I'm going to babysit my granddaughter for a week all to myself. Eunice, you're lucky. Someday I'll have that, I think. And Kathy Waddle said, this is my third time to see Joan Jett. Good for you. Good for you. That's awesome. So yeah, let's just get into the news. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it to it. Yeah. So first we're going to talk about Tori Spelling. And, this poor girl, she's really had a bad rap. This is from page6.com. And I guess there was a story out there that she trashed the rental home that she was in. And it showed like a couch out to the road and a whole bunch of things. Well, not for anything. Usually when people move, they get rid of things that they don't want to take with them or they can't take with them. So they put it out to the road, right? That's just kind of a normal thing. See it all the time. But her landlord backed her up and said that she did not trash the place. This is what I'm saying. Like, how do these people, first of all, get these stories? And just like, I'm still bothered by the fact that somebody put out that James Spader died the other day. He's clearly fine, which is great. I didn't know. I read it. I'm like, oh my gosh, Google it. And he's fine. But how do people get away with putting these stories out there? Can you just tell me? Because first of all, I don't understand it. And second of all, why? Why do you want to do that? So Tori denied the fact that she completely trashed her rental home that she just moved out of. And her former landlord and temporary housing manager, Katie, her name is Katie, was on Tori's podcast called Ms. Spelling. I've never listened to it. And because the Daily Mail put it out there that Tori completely trashed her rental property. Tori, who is now 51, she looks really good. I think she looks good. Let's see. Tori, who is now 51. Oh, can you just not scroll so quickly? Oh, I like her jacket. You know what? Let me share my screen, because then you can see her jacket too, because it's so pretty. Let's go here, make sure it's not. See? All right, there we go. So she denied the fact that she trashed her rental home. And Tori said it was totally false. Oh my gosh. And they said that she left behind the smell of urine and marks all over the walls. Come on. Let's look at that jacket. Like, I want that. That's really nice. But there she is on the floor. Oh, that's cute. Those are probably all PR boxes. And let's see. So that's her. This is her podcast, I'm assuming. Right there. And let's see. So, of course, the furniture was photographed outside of the house, and Katie, the temporary property manager, said that that was a couple of years old and getting rid of it had nothing to do with the actress and her 5 kids. She said that she was a great tenant. She has nothing but good things to say about her and her experience with her, which is good. Okay, that's good. So she set the record straight. And Katie went on to say, I've never seen anything so ridiculous in my life. We replace furniture all the time in these properties. This is actually crazy to me that anybody would take the time to take pictures of a debris pickup from the city. This is what I'm saying. Like, this is stuff that you see all the time because people do leave things when they go. It's it's a normal occurrence. And let's see. Oh, look at all the pillows. So what a mess. It's not even like if this even if this isn't hers, it's fine. Well, there is one pillow that's kind of ripped up, but maybe the dog did it. So Tori went on to say that she's not the cleanest, most organized person on the planet. And she has one, two, three, four, five, 6 kids. Holy crap-a-roni, ranging from 17 to 7. So her life, she says, is messy and chaotic. Yeah. It's like a lot of kids. But she said, we lead with our hearts, and I would never trash somebody's property. Putting out false stories is just incredibly awful and hurtful on a really deep level to people. It is. I don't know how these celebrities deal with this sometimes. I just don't. I would think sometimes you got to turn a blind eye and just not pay attention. And she said she usually doesn't say anything, but this was too much and it pushed her as a mom. Well, yeah, because she's got kids. I mean, and there they are. So I think when kids are in the picture, it's a whole different story, and Mama Bear comes out and protects, which is what you're supposed to do. So Tori and Katie said that they think they can identify the neighbor who expressed doubt to the newspaper about Tori not getting her $7,500 security deposit back. How would these people know that? And oh my gosh. So the mystery person said, I'd be shocked if that covered all the damages. It would cost at least that much to just replace the 2 couches. Oh, for crying out loud. Come on. Oh, there they are. Tori and Dean McDermott, but they're not together anymore. They broke up in 2023. So Tori has lived in 2 long-term rentals since they broke up. And oh my goodness, she exited, I guess, the first one due to mold infestation. I remember reading about that. And then the other one, she left due to a hostage situation, as well as a cheap motel and a motorhome. And that story was out rampant about the motel and the RV. And RV looked pretty nice. Like, people live in RVs full time. And Tori stayed in Josh Flagg's mansion. I don't know if you know him from Million Dollar Listing LA. I love that show. And she does have a permanent residence now, but didn't tell anybody where or, living. Good for her. Don't tell anybody, Tori. Don't tell anybody. Roberta, what's going on, girl? Oh, Omaha Steaks. I used to, years ago, you'd see all those coupons for Omaha Steaks. Oh my gosh, get $5,000 worth of food for $25 or whatever the heck it was. And their steaks were really good. I didn't even know they were still a thing, to be quite honest. There used to be an Omaha Steak store in Garden City in Cranston, Rhode Island. I don't even know if that's still there. I never went in it. But Omaha Steaks was like such a big deal. And my gosh, what was the other mail order food thing? Oh, Schwans? Schwans. I think it's Schwans, right? I don't know. And Eunice said she was so good in 90210. Tori Spelling, love her. I used to watch 90210 all the time. And Kathy said she has changed since she divorced Charlie and married Dean. Charlie who? What Charlie was she married to? Hold on a second. Tori Spelling, not Charlie Sheen. No? Was she? No. Charlie. Oh, Charlie Shanian. It's not Charlie. I'm like, Charlie who? I keep track, but not that. I really only kept track of Dean, but not really. I mean, kind of, sorta. And how many husbands? I think this will be the second that she is not with any longer. Eunice said, "Try Good Chop. They are awesome." Never heard of Good Chop. But Roberta says that Omaha Steaks is still in Garden City and Cranston. Well, maybe I'll just have to mosey over and say hello to Omaha Steaks. It really was good. I did enjoy ordering from them every now and again. 5 people in a family. Didn't do it that much, but when the coupons were out, the girl went crazy. And that's when Manny ate beef. Well, I'm just saying, no wine, Kiki, not tonight, Deej. I got to get up really early for yard sailing. I know, I really shouldn't care because I've done it before. Let me just tell you something. I do love Prosecco. I love it. But I'm switching. I will have one tomorrow because, like I said, now I've told you guys this before. Prosecco, as much as it is my friend, really, not on a daily basis, just usually on the weekend. And it would usually just Fridays, sometimes a Friday and a Saturday, occasionally, not all the time, and rarely on a Sunday, like rare, unless I'm floating in the pool and I'm just feeling the vibe of the hot weather and the float. And I got a good float this year. Oh my God. Let me just tell you. All right, I need to finish my thoughts. Stop. All right, so just talking to myself. All right, what the heck was I saying? Oh yeah, about the Prosecco. So Prosecco does make me fall asleep right away, but then I'm boink, I'm up at like 1 a.m. I can't sleep. And then I fall back to sleep around 4:30, and then I have to get up at 5. So I'm like, I'm not doing that tonight. Because I'm leaving here like half an hour earlier than I usually do. So I said, I'm just not doing it tonight. Tomorrow though, because I'm hoping Michelle is going to come. We're going to go floating in the pool. So let me tell you about the floats I got. I wish I could show the other one to you. It's not even open yet. But the first float I got, and Al already blew it up. It is so, I was going to say a bad word, but I'm not going. I got to watch myself. So it is so cool because it's like a bed, very comfortable. I've already fallen asleep in it once. And can I just tell you? So it has cup holders, definitely a necessity. And it has not a hood, but like a little tent thing over it. So I can protect just this part of my body. I don't care about the rest of it because who sees it? Like really, it's exposed for maybe 2 months out of the year, maybe 3. I really just care about this part. So this is like protected with the tent. It's so cute. I never saw a float like that. So I've got that one. And then the other one, we haven't even blown it up yet. It has LED lights in it. So if Al puts music on, I don't know, will it go to the music? I don't care. I'm excited the fact that it has lights in it. And I bought a toilet seat 2 years ago that lights up. We've never lit it. We lit it up once, but we don't even light it up because why? Like if I'm going to the bathroom at 2 a.m., I'm not going to worry about turning the light on in the toilet seat because I don't think it's like motion activated. I think once you turn it on, it stays on. And then what if the battery goes dead? Like that's going to be a problem. So yeah. So we do have a light up toilet seat. I'm just fascinated with lights. I'm like a squirrel. And we get a little baby squirrel. I fed him 3 times today. And he's so cute and he looks so soft. And he kept coming to the front door and I kept throwing out seeds and peanut. This is how young this squirrel is. He doesn't even understand how to open a peanut yet. I know. So he gets the seed thing and I was getting a little frustrated. I'm like, he was picking up the little corn kernels and then throwing them back down. I'm like, you gotta get the gunk out of the corn kernel. You gotta really you gotta get in there, squirrel. You gotta figure it out. Sunflower seeds, he figured that out. But such a cute little thing. And those little dang adult squirrels ate all of the suet. Al just replaced it, I think on Sunday. It is completely gone again. Those little stinkers. And every time I see one out there, I open the kitchen window and I yell, ah! So today I'm like banging on the window. They don't even care anymore. he basically he's hanging upside down from the suet feeder, looking at me, going, "Yeah, okay. Like, what are you gonna do? You gonna come after me? Because I'm faster than you, lady. So I'm just gonna sit here, continue to eat the food that you put out for the birds. So dumb, because I can, and you're not gonna get me." And they don't care. And there was food in that feeder this morning, gone by this afternoon, because they know when I'm not looking, and they are going at it. I don't like it. Really upsetting. I'm just telling you. But the baby squirrel, such a little cutie pie. Such a little cutie pie. And the little baby chipmunks, oh, there were two of them just chasing each other yesterday. I can't. The nature just makes me smile. And Deej says, yard sailing is fun. I am completely addicted to it. If there is anything in this world that I am addicted to, it is yard sailing. It is completely, wholeheartedly, satisfactorily yard sailing. I love it. I will never not do it. And sometimes, do you guys ever do this, like think ahead in life? I think ahead and I go, oh my gosh, what am I going to do when I'm in a wheelchair or I'm in a nursing home bed? Like, I'm not going to be able to go yard sailing because no one's going to want to take me yard sailing. I mean, I'll be 90. I'll be 90 in the nursing home, if there are even nursing homes by then. Maybe they'll just throw us away. I don't know. Are we disposable? Maybe. What will I do? And then I'll drive by a yard sale while I'm sitting in the ambulance. I'll be like, oh, can you stop for a minute? And then the ambulance people will say, no, because you're going to the hospital, lady. We're not going to stop off at a yard sale while you're on an oxygen tank. So I do think about those things sometimes, and it really makes me sad. So I got to stop doing that. Am I going to name the baby squirrel? Well, here's the thing. Why is my nose itchy? I can't. And then I got this one hair. Here's the problem. Nancy, I think there are two baby squirrels. So I have to kind of figure it out. I have to feel my way and just kind of get, a handle on who's coming to see me. So if I can figure it out, I will. But we do have a little baby bunny, and we had two baby bunnies, but I only see one. So I don't know. I hope the other one's okay. He might have left. These bunnies are just traveling all over the place. We have chipmunks. We have so many chipmunks this year, Roberta. I'm not sure why the chipmunk population has exploded as it has this year, but it is chipmunk heaven around here. And yesterday, I'm serious. I go outside. This is no joke. Right in front of me, two little baby chipmunks were chasing each other. Can I just tell you, I felt like Cinderella and Snow White at the same time. It was the cutest little thing. I'm like, how can life be that cute? How? Tell me. But it was so cute. I just wanted to pick them both up and give them a hug, but they're not going to let me do that. And I could tell they were young because they're like the older chipmunks, their tails are long and kind of thin, but the little baby ones, their tails are fluffier. So I could just tell. So, Rhonda, have I heard about the 400-mile yard sale? Yes. And every single year, my friend Sue and I go, oh, we're going to get our trailer and we're going to go. And it just never happens. Someday I would love to go. I really would. I think it would be a really fun adventure. I am actually watching people on YouTube, though, who are going to the yard sales. They rent an Airbnb. They go to a couple of different hotels, and they have a great time, and they get some great stuff. Oh, my gosh. Like yesterday, the video that was out yesterday, and I'm sure this happened already, but a little while ago, they got 2 Nintendos and a bunch of games for like $60. And the Nintendo alone with some of the games sold for $125. So they were picking up some really, really cool stuff. And one thing I thought was so cool, she got a Burberry scarf. Now, it was in kind of a crinkly plastic bag. And the replicas, I normally don't buy. I know I don't buy them. And I'm not shading anyone who does. I don't, because I can get the real stuff so cheap most of the time. But usually replicas come in crinkly bags, right? So this Burberry scarf was in a crinkly looking bag, and it looked brand new. It was $5. So she bought it. It ended up being a cashmere, authentic Burberry scarf. And she sold it right away on eBay for $250. So $5 to $250, that's a good day. And that's not counting all the other great stuff they got. And they show themselves getting it. So it's just so, oh my gosh, it's so fun. And just to be able to find a couple of things, it just jazzes me up, man. I can't. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. And just to get stuff for myself, and I don't need anything. And this is so bad. I was just telling my daughter this afternoon. I'm like, oh, look what I got. Oh, yeah, another insulated cup. Like, how many of those do you really need? And I said, remember, needs and wants. Save your money. She's like, oh my God, fine, I gotta go. I'm like, of course you have to go because I'm lecturing you, but it's true. But sometimes you just see the coolest things and you just can't say no. And if it's like $1 or $2, how do you not do it? It's so bad. Yard sales are so bad and so addictive, but they're so fun. So Kathy says, I am inspiring her to go to a yard sale again. I told you, Kathy, go. Just do it. Just do it. Just go, because you never know what you're going to find. Sue says that all the time. You never know what you're going to find. And it's true. You really don't. You could walk into someone's yard sale and, I always say this, get the Declaration of Independence, because that really did happen at a Goodwill. Someone really got a real copy of the Declaration of Independence. Like, how does that even end up at Goodwill? I don't know, but the crazy things have happened. I remember a guy telling me a story once, long time ago. He bought a bureau, and when he got the bureau home, underneath all of the drawers were silver coins and dollar bills. Well, they're probably more than dollar bills, but all kinds of money taped underneath the drawers. Right? Do you see what I'm saying? People find money in pockets of pants all the time. I haven't. Like, I've yet to find. I think I found $1 once. I'm lying. I think I did find like $1, but no big scores there. And honestly, if I knew where it came from, I'm returning the money. Like, I just, my conscience, I can't. So if I knew where it came from, I mean, the thrift store, you can't really return it because, like, you don't know. Like, they really ever. And how do they know who to give it back to? It's donated. So whatever. But anyway, if it came from a yard sale and I found a lot of money in someone's pocket, I would give it back. I just would. And I have like done things, of course, they've given me more money back than I was due. You give it back. You do the right thing, and all good things come back to you all the time. Happens all the time. And Deej says, I got a cool peace sign table and lamp at one. That's awesome. Do you see what I'm saying? It's just fun. It's just, you can get the coolest things. And Nancy has 3 chipmunks chasing each other around. How cute. Like, it's just adorbs. And Roberta says, I love them and it's new to us. Zoe loved seeing them. The chipmunks? Really? You don't have any? Nuh-uh. Tanya, what's going on? You're not late, girl. Thank you for being here. Really? Oh my gosh. We have so many chippy. I call them chippies. They're all over the place. Like, this year, like I said, seriously, it is an infestation of chippies, and I wouldn't be surprised if one breaks in. I'm telling you, they're all over. And I swear, when Billy the squirrel was around last year, that thing was it? Yeah, last year. Well, it doesn't even matter because some squirrel was running around on my roof. I know it was a squirrel. I can hear, like, I'm sitting there going, oh my gosh, something's running around on my roof. But anywho, all right, let's go back to some news, everybody. Miss USA, what is going on? What is going on with the Miss USA organization? I really don't know, but let's figure this out. So, oh yeah, can I even say these words? Well, harassment, and you know what kind, racism, rigging. They have plagued the organization, but no reigning title holder has ever quit. But then Miss USA and Miss Teen USA quit the same week. So this is a first, and this is from the New York Times. Let's see. Layla Rose said she won her first pageant when she was only 2. That's a lot. And she went on to be in many, many, many more. She dreamed of being, the big title holder. And she didn't only want to wear the sash because her mother and grandmother did that as well. They won before. And I think that's very cool. She wanted to run for Miss USA. So last summer, Layla, she's 45 years old. She achieved that goal. And she said she saw opportunities, and I quote, to improve, enhance, and in many ways repair the iconic brand. So she clearly saw a bunch of things that were wrong and went on to say those repairs were very badly needed. Miss USA has weathered these allegations that I just spoke about. And, because Donald Trump owned the organization. Did he own it? I guess so. And then in 2022, Miss USA of 2019, she committed, so sad. And then Ms. Rowe's predecessor was suspended after accusations of pageant rigging. How do you rig a Miss USA pageant? Like, I can't even. I mean, I guess there's a way to do everything illegally. I guess. So after Ms. Rose won, she got to work. Oh my gosh. And she bought the rights to manage Miss USA for one payment of $1.5 million. And she got a deal with the CW to broadcast the Miss USA pageant for the first time since 2016. And Renato Bazile, a producer that worked with her on the production, said that she was bringing the luster back to Miss USA and Miss Teen, which is really cool. But less than a year into her tenure as the president and chief executive of the organization, the reigning Miss USA and Miss Teen USA, Noelia Voigt and Uma Sofia Srivastana, stepped down within days of each other. In the pageant's 7-decade history, no winner had ever quit. Oh my gosh. It's just crazy. And they said that there was a secret message in Ms. Voigt's Instagram post announcing her resignation. She said in all caps, "I am silenced." Like, I used to watch Miss USA, the pageant, growing up all the time. Like, you just sat there and she's so pretty and oh my gosh. And then they would walk in their swimsuit and say who they were, and then their gowns and say with, world peace and all of that. And listen, it's what we did. It's what we watched, So the departures of the two ladies rocked the pageant world, but were less than shocking to those who knew Ms. Rose. And several people who know Ms. Rose said that she had a tendency to overpromise and underdeliver. And they said that there had been frequent staff turnover, and said that she is abrasive and self-obsessed. And she created a toxic environment. And then Kimberly Nicewonder, the longtime director of the Virginia pageants, said that she's not surprised that Noelia stepped down and just thought it would have happened sooner. Oh my gosh. Well, so here we go. Everybody's going after Ms. Rose. And it says, for decades, the Miss USA pageant was a splashy televised affair with hosts including Dick Clark, Bob Barker, and Andy Cohen. And the winners were influencers. They were going around the country to promote their personal causes, went on red carpets, the whole thing. And Sean Weatherly, Miss USA of 1980, went on to star in Baywatch. And Holly Berry placed as first runner-up in 1986. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. But over the years, the pageant has lost cultural relevance. I mean, you kind of knew that was coming, right? You kind of knew that Miss USA was going to wear itself out because times just continue to change. And just like, watching shows like American Bandstand, I don't think people would watch something like that today. Happy Days. No one's watching that because people can't identify with growing up in the 50s now. I mean, those folks are probably not even watching TV. Maybe they're listening to podcasts now. They're just listening to talk radio or something. So, as times change, all of the things that we're used to change as well. And Patty Taylor, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. And Bill, wow, hello. Nice to see ya. It has been a minute. And let's see, Janice, what is going on? Hi, Kiki, busy, but I wanted to say congrats from Vancouver. Beautiful baby. Have a great Father's Day weekend. Thank you so much, Janice. And thank you for just stopping by to say that. How nice of you. We appreciate it very, very much. And thank you, thank you, thank you. She is such a beautiful baby. Yes. And I tried to FaceTime her tonight, but she was busy. So let's see. Oh, and hi, Al, too. And I'm sure he's sending a big, ginormous hello to you. Yes, happy Father's Day to all of the dads and people acting as dads out there. Absolutely. I don't know what we're doing this Sunday. I said to Chris and Kendra, I'm like, you know what? My gift to you is letting you take a nap. So maybe I can come over and let you guys take a nap, or we'll do that next week or something. I don't know. But yeah. So Chris's first Father's Day, it's just so funny. Like I was talking to my buddy Michelle, and our boys are dads. Like it's so crazy. It's just so crazy. What a shift in life. Jenny's still at work. Oh. Well, hopefully she can pop in next week. All right, let's go. But thank you for being here, everybody. So let's go ahead and talk about what happened to Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. Oh my goodness. What the heck? All right, let me share my screen. You know what? Why? Because why not? And this is from Fox News. Let me do this quick so we don't have a black screen. So Goldie Hawn says LA is terrible after becoming victim to multiple home break-ins in a 4-month span. What? Now, again, I told you guys, I picked the headlines and then we're reading this together. I haven't pre-read these, so I don't, the movie at the end, the movie I'm going to talk about at the end tonight, I read all about it because I watched the movie and it was so good. We'll talk about that soon. But this I did not know. I did not know that they had multiple home break-ins. And how many times are we hearing LA is awful? I mean, this is just something you hear about every single day. And the homeless problem, just go on YouTube and look up videos of people, walking certain streets of LA. Of course, not every single place in LA is bad, but it sounds like it's just not a place you want to make a destination. So let's see. There's Goldie Hawn. And she rips cancel culture for ruining comedy. I don't know what that means, but let's see. So she said she's ready to get out of LA. Goldie's 78. Gosh dang it. And she's so cute. Can I just tell you, if you follow her on Instagram, or I don't think I've really seen much of her on Facebook, but Instagram, she does kind of TikTok type videos, and she's just the cutest. She's still cute. So she said her home was robbed once recently while she was out to dinner for a few hours with Kurt Russell. And they've been together 40 years. That's a long time. And she said, and I quote, "What if we couldn't live in LA? Where would we live? We both decided, I think it's Palm Desert. It's so safe." And she reminisced about her dream location to plant new roots while appearing on the Sirius XM podcast, Let's Talk Off Camera with Kelly Ripa. And let's see. It's just because LA is terrible. I mean, we were robbed once. And she said that her and Kurt were gone 2 hours and 20 minutes before returning home to a seemingly normal situation. That's freaking scary. We came back, we went in the house. I went up the stairs, walked into my closet, and I just lost it. They had broken in from the balcony to our bedroom, our closets. Mm, that's the worst. It is the worst. Goldie then said they completely knocked down my door, which is a safe door. So they're very, very sophisticated and they got a lot of my goodies, if you know what I mean. It's so ridiculous. Why? Why? Why do you have to do that? Why does anybody have to do that? And the sad thing is, you know, some sentimental pieces could have been in there. So she said, despite the traumatic event, she tried to put the incident in the past and was convinced the robbery was just a one off. So she said, oh my gosh, the chances are, I guess that's it. It's got to be the odds are that it's not going to happen again. 4 months later, Goldie was home alone with her dog and she heard a noise in the other room. Oh my gosh. I hear this big thump upstairs and I was alone. Kurt wasn't there. And I went, what the hell was that? It was just like, was that a sonic boom? Did somebody jump somewhere? And as it turned out, the next day we discovered that they were trying to get in my bedroom while I was in the house. Oh my gosh. Thank gosh she was okay. And then Kelly Ripa said, that's terrifying. And then Goldie said, I couldn't believe it. What is happening here? So Goldie said she's had a guard, especially when she's alone. I'm never without a guard. We have a nice relationship with our guard. It's really nice you can do that. And it's a good thing. So end of year crime statistics released by the LA Police Department showed a 3.5% increase in property crimes. And Mayor Karen Bass said, my number one job is to keep Angelenos safe. During my first year, we have taken urgent action to address the LAPD hiring and retention crisis, as well as invested in proven community-led approaches to address crime. There is still much more work to do and many Angelenos who do not feel safe. Together, we will continue implementing our comprehensive approach to public safety. So I think that, the homeless problem in LA, I think that's something they need to get a handle on, like ASAP. So there's a gentleman I watch occasionally. I haven't watched him in a long time because he really seems like a decent guy, right? Right. He's just trying to expose the truth. But, it is doom and gloom, like all the time. I'm not even going to put his name because I'm sure he's a fine person. It's just I had to stop watching stuff like that. But he does have some videos on his channel and he does walk through streets of LA, certain streets of LA. And my gosh, the homeless epidemic is unreal. It's unreal. And people living in tents with their dogs, cats, several people in a tent, and some of the people he was speaking to, just like you and I, and of course there are other people, that there are problems but there was the whole gamut, of the spectrum living on the streets of LA and just the danger of it. Oh my gosh. And I think I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. There was a guy living in a tent right off of Route 95 in Coventry, Rhode Island. He's gone now. And thank goodness, because all I kept thinking was if a drunk driver or someone who's being stupid and speeding off that exit and they went into that tent, him and whoever else was in that tent was going to die. Because literally his tent was set up right on the curb as you get off the exit. And I'm like, what? Why would you, if you're going to set up a tent, don't set it up there. Like at least move it down a bit. It's like a whole empty parking lot. I don't know. Maybe he was trying to make a point. I don't know. But he's gone. And you know what? I'm only saying thank goodness because it's a safety thing. So yeah, um, crazy, crazy, crazy. Dee says, I didn't either, but I've seen all the crime and stuff for a long time. And I love Goldie. I do too. And Tanya says, so awful. It is. And Tanya, you live in New York. So New York City. And I can't even imagine like what it's like. It's got to be different there. Because you said you've been there a long time and it has to be different, right? From years ago. So Rhonda said, I found an Atari game console with 50 games for $10. That's really cool. That's really cool. And let's see, Rhonda said, did you know that Bath and Body Works dumps all their unsold seasonal stuff on Tuesday nights at 10 in the dumpsters behind stores? I'm going to dumpster dive. Good for you. Make sure you send us all stuff. How do you know the time? That's crazy. That's a good tip though. I'm going to go check. Tuesday night at 10. If anybody wants to come, let me know. Hit the like button if you can, everybody. That'd be super awesome. And subscribe to the channel. And also listen to Kiki.fm if you haven't downloaded the app already. It's free. Free's for me. And Kathy Waddle's going to go dumpster diving with Rhonda. So that should be, you guys need to film that because that would be great. So let's move on to more entertainment news. Miley Cyrus, I did not know that she was not speaking to Billy, her dad. Like, did anyone know this? Because I did not know. I didn't know that Billy and Miley were not even talking. They're estranged, allegedly. So she's been asked if they are estranged. And let's see. Okay. Like, is this not? Okay. She said, my father, I'm grateful for first his genes. My dad has great hair, and I got that. But also, he has a relationship and a foot on the ground to the real and to nature. And he always did, even when he was super famous. I don't know what that, like, that sounds kind of cryptic. I love Miley. And she said, I also inherited the narcissism from my father. I'm grateful for being able to watch him ahead of me. He's given me this map. There is a map of what to do and what not to do, and he's guided me on both. And then she said, really different upbringings she and her father had, as Billy Ray grew up very poor in a small town and had a rough childhood. She said, I have a lot of empathy and compassion for his childhood, which obviously developed to create the man that he is now, that I have a lot of love for. Okay. She said she grew up in a big, beautiful house and her dad didn't have that. When asked whether her father deserves as much credit for her career as her mom, who has managed Miley throughout her career, she responded, they're different. They can't be weighed on the same scale, actually. And she further noted that her dad, as a creative artist, had helped her feel safer in her own mind, adding that it was more his perspective that she had inherited, more so than the way that I was raised. Really, my mom raised me. Oh. And then there's no estrangement here with your father. It's just kind of the way things are played. I think what is so beautiful that is that my parents, they serve their children. And I know this, my parents served us and sacrificed so much for us. Anything we dreamed of, they made possible. Oh, that was on the David Letterman thing. I got to watch that. My next guest, no introduction needed with David Letterman. Oh my gosh, it's on Netflix. And I saw it pop up and I literally have to go watch it. So let's see here. Let's get out of that one. And then we're going to share this one. So Billy Ray Cyrus is getting divorced. And he's getting divorced from Fire Rose. And Miley hopes that is taking him in the right direction. And this is from Us Magazine. And let's see. Miley, Noah, and their siblings really never understood the relationship and why Billy married her so abruptly. No one approved of the marriage. This is from like an anonymous source or something. And Billy raised children, whom he shares with ex-wife Tish, were puzzled by his relationship, but Miley is optimistic that her family can move forward from their drama. I didn't even know there was any drama, to be honest. Miley is hopeful this will give some peace to the family, and she thinks this is a good step in the right direction for him. So Billy Ray, who is 62, he filed to annul his marriage to Fire Rose. She's 35. He cited irreconcilable differences and inappropriate marital conduct as the reason for their split. Per court documents obtained by us, their date of separation was listed as May 22nd, 2024. Oh, who's that? Jay Gyllenhaal. Hi. All right. So Billy Ray and Fire Rose started their relationship as musical collaborators in 2021 while he was still married to Tish. Oh, there you go. There you go. So it's a whole, I'm going to fool around on you. And then the following year, him and Tish filed for divorce. Well, because you had another side piece, just saying. And then 4 months after they were separated, Billy Ray and Fire Rose announced that they were engaged. Oh my gosh, what a shocker. And then they got married that October. I'm sorry. You know, sometimes these whole rock artists, the world is just of that world is crazy. Miley has been by Tish's side since her parents' divorce. The flower singer even served as maid of honor at Tish's wedding to Dominic Purcell in 2023. Oh, so she got married again right away. So Tish is doing right, just okay. She's fine. And Miley's siblings Noah and Brayson did not attend the wedding. And confirmed that Noah previously had a relationship with Purcell. What? Noah. Oh, we gotta look that up, girl. We gotta look that up. So Noah Cyrus and Dominic. What? Wait a minute. Noah Cyrus and Dominic Purcell. What the heck? Noah Cyrus, this was as of November last year, is seeing, wait a minute, we're seeing each other prior to her mom, Tish, marrying him. What? That's effed up. That's so gross. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. What? How do you do that? How does anyone do that? Your daughter was dating a guy and now you married the guy. Oh, I could, no. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. I can't. I cannot. Man. Oh my God. That is weird. I'm so, oh, all right. We're just going to finish that story. I just can't. That is Tanya. It's nasty. It's nasty. Like, who does that? Well, clearly, this family does. That's like intermarriage. Is it like that's just, I'm sorry. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. That's just, Roberta says that's what happens when you have a lot of money. You know, and it's true. Like, why do I keep thinking of Robert Kraft? Like that dude. You know, it's true. You get a lot of money and then you think that I don't like I think there are no lines. Like when you know, like normal people have lines that they don't cross. But it's true. I think once you get to a certain level of a millionairedom, I think the lines just get blurred and they go away. That could be blurred lines. Who sings that? Scott probably knows. I mean, why is that freaking me out so much? I'm freaked. I'm just see. I didn't even know all of that drama was going. So that is drama, and clearly that's why Noah didn't go to the wedding. I mean, how do you go to Thanksgiving dinner with that? How? The daughter and the mom both slept with the same dude who's giving you your turkey. I pass the turkey. No. All right. Let's talk about the Eagles, shall we? Let's just talk about the Eagles. Oh, dear me. Dear me. Oh my gosh. I just can't. Can you see it? There it is. There it is. See, I gotta click over quick. Click and quick. Quick and click. The Eagles are going to have a residency at the Sphere in Las Vegas. And this is by Forbes magazine. Thank you, Forbes. The Money Mag. Hey, the Money Magazine. And there, guys, there's Deacon Fry. Like, can somebody tell me? And I'm not even looking at the comments right now, but I thought Deacon Fry wasn't traveling with the Eagles anymore. I thought he was done. I'm going to look it up. Let me look it up because I thought he left. That's what I thought. Deacon Fry. Deacon Fry. Glenn Fry's son. Yes. The late Glenn Fry. Why Deacon Fry quit the Eagles? He did quit the Eagles. That's what I thought. That's what I really thought. Let's see. He left the band in 2022, but returned in 2023 to participate in the band's ongoing final tour. And Randy Meisner passed away in 2023. So he did. So in April of 2022, from Variety magazine, he left the Eagles after filling in for his dad, Glenn. Okay. All right. So he did leave. So I'm not nuts. Well, I'm nuts, but not that nuts. All right. So they're doing their residency at the Sphere in Las Vegas. And the U2 one was, from what I've read, it was phenomenal. It was spectacular. And all parties made a crap ton of money. It says the new venue has been attracting some of the biggest names in rock ever since it opened in 2023. And the Eagles is just another cherry on top. So they're going to play 8 shows starting on September 21st and ending on October 19th. June 18th, you can get your ticket if you're going to go to the Sphere in Vegas. And I'm sure these tickets are going to be a crap ton of money. And they're going to sell out for sure. Stevie Nicks, she played Mohegan Sun the other night, and that was a sold-out show. And we thought about maybe we'll get a ticket at the last minute. It was expensive. Just couldn't do it. So let's see. But Live Nation's going to hold its own pre-sale event on June 20th, but tickets are going on sale on June 18th. So that's not really a pre-sale, if you ask me, unless I'm reading this wrong. And the tickets will begin at $175, but it's an all-inclusive number, which means no fees will be added on top of that number. Now, thank you. Do you see what I'm saying? That's how it should be. You could charge a fee. No, charge one amount. What you pay for the ticket is what you should be paying for the ticket. So even though that ticket probably should start at $100, they're charging you $175, but there's no fees on top of that. So you're not buying a ticket saying, "Oh, I'm going to pay $175," and then it ends up being $300. I like that. I think that's how it should be. They should really change it so that is how consumers are buying tickets now. Forget these freaking fees. Throw them out the window. Bake them into the price then if you got to do it. Because people are going to go see the show regardless. There's no question about it. They're going to go see the dang show. Bake the fees into the ticket price. Thank you. Do what the Sphere is doing. I mean, it just makes so much sense. It's smart. The Eagles are all but done with touring, and they said that back in 2023. They went on The Long Goodbye Tour throughout last year. And at the moment, the group only has 2 non-sphere dates on their website, and both are happening in the next few days in the Netherlands. And this new residency gives fans another chance to see the Rockers perform live before they hang it up. Well, they really hang it up. I feel like they'll be back, right? Don't you feel like Kiss is going to pop up? We're just going to do one more show. I feel like they're not done. Kiss especially, for sure. The Sphere has now booked just 4 musical acts to headline residencies since it opened in 2023. U2 inaugurated the venue. And I have read that the venue is phenomenal. The sound, the lights, it's just amazing. Fish was there. I'm not a Fish fan. Phish. And the next group to take the stage was Dead and Company. And they had a 30-date tenure in May. And that ends in August. So let us know in the comments, are any of you to Vegas to see the Eagles? Yes, Scott, the fees are so dumb. They're not just deceiving, they're dumb. Dumb, D-U-M-B-E. Dummy. Because the B is silent. And Deej says, love the Eagles, my favorite concert ever, but that was with Glenn Frey. I was glad to see him before he died, but I do love Vince Gill very much. The tickets were high. Eagles tickets are through the roof, and they can. People go, they buy them. Tanya said, agree, just tell me how much the total cost is. Thank you. I mean, it's just common sense. Just common sense. Oh, Candy's here. Hi, Candy. Hi. I can't see you, but I see people saying hi to you. Oh, Steel Tears Julie. That's Candy. You're always changing your name. I can't keep up. And let's see, Deej says, as much as McCartney, but well worth it. I'd love to see them again. Paul McCartney, I think he's coming back around, isn't he? And Candy said, listen, did anybody see early in the morning what our Nell? Did he create a video with him pole dancing with a woman smoker and an old woman's smoke? I didn't comment, of course, but I'm like, what the? I don't know what that is. I don't know, but it sounds like a great smoker to be around. And oh my gosh, that's funny. And Scott says Ticketmaster is starting to do away with their practice of charging the fees. They should. It's disgusting. It's too long. It's taken too long for this. You know, it's just kind of like health insurance. Like, I hate it. I hate the whole health insurance thing. It's a scam. Scam. Did I say that? SCAM, scam, health insurance. Scam. Yes, it is. You get charged up the wing wong for everything. I'm not going to go into that right now. Roberta said, I saw that Steve Jerry Band is going to be at the Barnstable County Fair in July. Really? I didn't see that. But he's also going to be at Mohegan Sun, July 5th. Oh, Scott says it's called all-in pricing now. That's good. That's good. I'll have to check that out because it's what it should be. I just got to see. If there's anything importante. Oh, all right. So, no, I'm just making sure, you know, when you got a grandbaby now, got to make sure everything's good. Make sure there's no grandma emergencies because I'd be right there. Squeeze her little face. I love it. Let's see. Deej says, yeah, I agree. You think you're done with costs and then this fee and that fee pop up. It's so dumb. So dumb. So maybe, you know, more people that weren't going to shows will go now because they're going to know what the real price is when they try to check out. All right. Let's see. So let's go on. Cyndi Lauper, speaking of tours. Oh, let me share my screeny weenie. Let me share my screeny weenie. My weenie screeny. Oh, there it is. Cyndi Lauper. This is from Variety magazine. She has a new documentary called Let the Canaries Sing. And she really means that she's going on a farewell tour. She means it. This is goodbye. See you later. Sayonara. I'm Cyndi Lauper. I'm done. Girls are going to have fun, not on the road. She said, I want to do something great and then say bye. That's it. Good for you, girl. She just posted a couple of pictures of her and Cher. Oh my gosh. Cher is just so beautiful. Is she not? She looks perfect. She really does. So Cyndi said she is calling it quits as a touring performer after she does her Girls Just Want to Have Fun farewell tour starting this fall. And Scott Andrews has his ticket. He's going. And she said that she's not ruling out one-offs. I mean, it's fine. Like these artists can do whatever they want. Of course, they do a farewell tour and then they're out here and there doing a couple of shows a year or whatever. Girl, you can do whatever you want. You know, nobody's gonna slam you for that. I just think when you're doing 5, 6, 7, 8 farewell tours, that's when it turns into a really who's crying wolf right now? Because you're not going anywhere. Like I feel like Kiss is seriously going to come out and do a. They're going to do a one-off. They're going to. I just feel it. I feel like it's coming soon. The road for those guys. Yeah, I mean their costumes are heavy. Their shoes are big. They wear a lot of makeup. Dang, like and that's got to be a lot. So doing a one-off show, they don't even have to do that. They don't have to wear the shoes and the get-ups and the makeup. They don't even have to. They can just go out there and have fun, doing what they do. And I just have this weird feeling they're going to. Anywho, and I know nothing. Trust me, I have no insider information on anything. So let's see. Cyndi said, and I quote, "We always used to have a good time together," in characterizing why she wants to celebrate with fans on one last trip around the world. And let's see. I'd rather let them remember me like this. Yeah. It's true. It's true because she still sounds good. She looks good. And Cyndi hasn't done a lot of touring in the last 10 years. So when this tour is over, she will resume doing what she spent much of her last 10 years doing, focusing on her successful Tony-winning shift into creating her Broadway, creating things for Broadway. Her Tony-winning success with Kinky Boots makes for a rousing third act in her new music documentary, Let the Canaries Sing. And it came out last week on Paramount Plus. Again, another app I am not paying extra for because it's just too much. I have Netflix, I have Hulu. That is it. And if you want to give me something for free, then I'll get it. Like for 6 months or something. Other than that, I'm not paying for another app. I don't know how people spend hundreds of dollars a month, because you can spend hundreds of dollars a month on these streaming apps. And I gotta hand it to them though. Like Apple and Amazon, they figured it out. Good original programming that is only being shown on their app. So if you really want to see it, you gotta pay to have their app. In the beginning, it was kind of like the Wild West. It was, the shows were everywhere, the original shows. But now, you got to pay, girl. You're going to pay. You're going to pay dearly. Yeah, so I have two. And honestly, Hulu gets a lot of stuff. And I feel like Hulu, like there was one I watched. It was called Candy, actually. And it's a true story. Jessica Biel, I think that's the actress that was in it. So that was on, I think that was originally on Hulu, but I didn't have Hulu. So now they're rerunning it. And I did watch it a few months ago. That was really good. It was crazy. True story, but it was good. So they show a lot of stuff, and a lot of things from other apps are on Hulu as well. So yeah, I like it. Plenty of stuff to watch. And I'm now going into watching like 80s things now. Like I'm going back, and it's fun. I love it. Let's see. So people compared Cindy to Madonna. Did they really? I I feel like they're furthest from similar to each other. I don't see the Madonna comparison. And she does fight for women's rights and says that voting this fall is critical, even if you won't hear her espousing her candidate from the stage. Don't do that. Here's the thing, right? And someone came out. I can't. Like, all I can say is, all I'm going to say about that, music and politics, or whoever you shouldn't be mixing. You just shouldn't, because if I don't like who you like, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna like you, but yeah, some people have come out lately and I'm going, oh my gosh, then why'd you say that? Because now I'm just looking at you really different, really different. We won't even, we're not going to go there, friends. We're just not going to, because I'm going to stay over here in my happy place, because I want us all to be happy together. And I'm not going to cross the line, because there's a line and I know the line and it's a very clear line. I'm staying on this side of it. Thanks. So yeah, so Cindy's going to be on her farewell tour. We're just going to move on to that. And let's see. She's going to do North America, Europe, Asia, Australia, New Zealand, and stuff. So I guess more. So after South America, I guess that's it. Bye. That's it, she said. Interesting. So she's working on Working Girl. Do you remember that movie from the 80s with Melanie Griffith? I love that movie. Who is the actress? Who is the actress? Hold on. The tall woman. All right, wait a minute. Working Girl, Melanie Griffith. Hold on. I can't see the comments. So Melanie Griffith. Who is the other actress? The mean one. Sigourney Weaver. Sigourney Weaver. Did anyone say it? Let me see. Sigourney Weaver. So that was a good movie. And that's another one. I've watched that movie repeatedly over the years. I love that movie. And what's her name? Joan Cusack. Oh my gosh, I loved her. Where is she? Where is Joan Cusack? I thought she was the best. Go and watch that movie, Working Girl, from the 80s. Melanie Griffith, Sigourney Weaver, Joan Cusack. So she said that she's working on Working Girl. I guess it's for Broadway. And she said she wanted to always do something with Boy George. And she wants to do it before we're too old and gray. I love my Georgie. I want to do something with him. So who knows? Maybe he'll be in her theater version of Working Girl. And she said that her version is going along great. Teresa Rebeck is the writer. Yeah, I don't know. So I guess it's a Broadway version of Working Girl, but again, definitely a movie I'm going to go and probably watch this weekend. Maybe I'll watch it tonight before I fall asleep. I love that movie. And Dee says, I only have Stars because I love Outlander. Stars, they do a lot of specials. So, that's probably a network. I think Stars and Max. Sometimes I see HBO. You can get like $5 a month for 3 months or something. Dee says, either way, I don't go to music to listen to politics. Thank you. Thank you. And Dee also says, it makes me mad when they have a right to say what they want, but not when performing. It's true. And Candy says, yeah, I have all kinds of TV apps on my television, but they cost so much money. I'm happy with what I have. I don't watch TV that much anyway. And it's summertime. We shouldn't be watching TV. But at night, I do love watching me some TV to put me to sleep. It puts me to sleep. It just does. Al gets so annoyed and ticked off. But he puts his little headphones in and listens to Kiki.fm. No word of a lie. That's how he puts himself to sleep. He listens to Kiki.fm. And I'm like, turn it down because I can't hear the TV. And then he'll take the earbuds out and he'll say, turn up the TV. And then he'll watch what I'm watching. And then I'll turn it up and then he'll go, can you turn it up again? And I'm like, are you deaf? And he'll go, can you turn it up? Sure. It's funny. The battle of the remote control. Roberta said she loves that movie. Working Girl, Roberta, it's a great movie. Definitely another one to rewatch. I've seen it so many times. Harrison Ford, yes, thank you. Thank you, Elise. Love this. Oh my god. I hope it's for free. There was one movie I was gonna watch last week and it was making me pay for it. What the heck was it? A big one that I've watched over and over and over again. Oh, I can't. It'll come to me after the show's over, of course. But I was so mad. I'm like, are you kidding me? This is not. Oh, I talked about this the other night. It's The Sopranos. Like, you can't, you have to buy it. You cannot watch that for free. And it used to be available because I've not seen it. Another movie I've watched repeatedly, Gucci with Lady Gaga. Really good. Really good. Sad. Friggin' sad. Oh my gosh. Heartbreakingly sad. But if you love Lady Gaga, you got to watch Gucci. I don't know if that's the whole name of it, but really a good. That's definitely a rewatcher too. They're just movies I can watch over and over again. Breakfast Club, that's another one, and it annoys Al. He's like, "How can you watch these things over and over again?" I don't know. I did it as a kid. I do it as an adult. I can rewatch if it's a good movie. I don't care. Dee says John's her brother, and they both are in it. Yeah, John Cusack, right? Where is Al? He's in the weeds. He's around. He's doing stuff. But he sends his love to everybody. He loves you. And let's see. Candy says, "Well, that's what it does for me too, Kiki. I only watch TV at night because it puts me to sleep." Isn't that terrible? It's like, oh, I'm really gonna watch this because I like it, but then it puts me to sleep. It's not good. And Dee says, "Kiki, I can get over Al in tears. Loved it. Shows his heart. Grandbabies will do that to you." Yes, thank you. So, my other channel, Kiki Room, I did a little vlog about, what we felt like after we saw the baby and stuff. So, if you haven't gone over there and subscribed to that channel, that would help me out a lot. If you went and subscribed to it, it's my little vlog channel, and I got some stuff coming up next week. So it's just the more real side of not I'm this is who I am, but that's more like like I shouldn't say real because what you see here is definitely what you get, but over there it's more like I might not have makeup on, I might have my pajamas on. Who knows? It's just more real life. I should definitely preface that by saying it's more real life over there. um Roberta says it is the older movies that are worth watching. It's true. It's so true. I just love them. And Patty says, "Tell Al we missed him tonight." I will tell him. Thank you so much. He loves that. He loves. Oh, Carol says we love Al too. Oh. And Nancy says, "Happy Father's Day to Al." Everybody throw some hearts to Al because he's probably looking. And yeah, if you could throw some hearts out for Al, that would be awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. He appreciates that so much, guys. Oh, thank you. He loves that. He will love that. Thanks, guys. Oh, so sweet. And Deej says, "Happy Father's Day." Roberta, look at all the hearts. You guys are so kind. Nancy said, "Ow." You guys are very sweet. Very, very sweet. Okay, let's move on to more tour news. Not really. It's not touring news because it's not going to happen. So let's share our screen. Lots more hearts. You guys are so nice. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you. Thank you. He's going to be so excited. All right. So, no, that's not. I did not. What does this have to do with John Bon Jovi? Nothing. Oh, here it is. Okay. So, John Bon Jovi is done with performing if he can no longer sing. And then he said, and this kind of made me sad that he said this, "I don't want to be the fat Elvis." First of all, John, I love you. I really do love you. I think that you are an amazing humanitarian. You are an icon of the 80s. You you seem like a great guy, but Elvis was pushed to do what he had to do. Did you not see the movie? Did you not see the movie Elvis? Um, that poor guy was a machine. And this bothered me that John Bon Jovi said that about Elvis. Because, like I said, Elvis was used and abused up until the end. Um, he really should have just referenced himself instead of, picking on Elvis, because I am an avid Elvis fan and love him. I love what he did, and I feel sorry for him because he could have still been here today, maybe. Maybe. And that guy had it tough. But anyway, so John Bon Jovi will quit touring if his singing is not great. And if you have not seen Thank You Goodnight, the Bon Jovi story on Disney Plus, I highly suggest you watch it. It was really good. I didn't watch it on Disney Plus though. I watched it on Hulu because I wasn't paying for Disney Plus, but it's on Hulu. It was on Hulu anyway. And he's still in vocal therapy after undergoing surgery in 2022. And he is good with the idea of quitting life on the road if he discovers things are not up to scratch. And again, this is from Yahoo News. So it's the parallel storyline, right? John says, "This is the first time I'm saying this. If the singing is not great, if I can't be the guy I once was, then I'm done. I am good with that." But he did go on tour and he was ripped to shreds every time he sang. Every time. The guy was criticized left and right. I mean, you had the people that are like, "I don't care. I just want to see John Bon Jovi on stage." But the majority of people are like, "He sounds horrible." And he said nothing. Literally, he said nothing. And I remember myself saying, if he just came out and said, "Listen, guys, I have a problem. I've had surgery. I have to have surgery. I've got something going on." But there was nothing that was said. It's said now. But as he was going through the touring, like people would just, it was unbelievable. The comments about his singing, they were terrible. It was terrible. And you felt for the guy. Like you're watching it going, what is he doing? Like maybe he should not be out there. And you felt bad. I mean, I did. I felt really bad. I wasn't making fun of him at all. I'm just like, maybe you shouldn't be doing that. But he's saying it now. And he said there is a big difference between being in a studio and going out on the road. Well, sure, because the studio, they can do things with your voice. On stage, I mean, you can do things, but I think it's more raw. And he went on to say, "We have just recorded a new album. I sing in vocal therapy every day, but I want to perform for 2.5 hours a night, 4 nights a week. And I know how good I can be. So if I can't be that guy, put it this way, I don't ever need to be the fat Elvis." That really pissed me off. Really made me mad. I mean, like I'm surprised that he said that, to be quite honest, because I don't know John Bon Jovi, never met the guy, but he seems more of a, like, more caring than to say something like that. And then the author of this, but the Bon Jovi star, not Bon Jovi, Bon Jovi. Can you see this? This is in Yahoo. I would think there's spell check. Just saying. My gosh, I do my little vlogs, my little, blog posts on Instagram and Facebook Monday through Friday. I get ripped to shreds. I got ripped to shreds the other day on my grammar. And someone said that AI writes my stories. I'm like, well, geez, if you think I'm a computer, I don't know if I should be flattered or afraid. And then, like, "Oh, your grammar's terrible. Whoever's writing this, your grammar's horrible. Learn how to spell." I'm like, what are you talking about? I reread my stuff. Okay, so I went in, entered a few commas. I'm like, people are crazy. People are crazy. Anyway, so yeah, there's always someone there to rip you apart, rip you a new one. So, but the Bon Jovi star confessed that he will be crushed if it does turn out that he is no longer able to perform live, even though ultimately his wish is to be able to look back on 4 decades of his rock band with appreciation for everything. But this life that these guys and ladies are living, it has to do mostly with their voice, unless they're strictly, playing an instrument and not singing. I mean, as we get older, I know I sound different. Al sounds different. We've listened to tapes of ourselves from 30 years ago, and it's like, oh my gosh, I sounded like a baby. Our voices change. and not for anything. I was listening to Jerome Powell today. He's talking about the state of the economy. I know, random, but anyway, Jerome Powell is what, in his 70s, I'm thinking, but his voice sounds like he's 30. Like his voice does not match his face. Isn't that weird? But then I close my eyes. I'm like, if I didn't open my eyes, I would think he was a 30-year-old man talking about the state of the economy. But then I open my eyes. I'm like, that voice does not match his face. But anyway, I totally digress. So let's see. John Bon Jovi went on to say, I can tell you that 60 is different from 50, right? It is. And my current concern is that I'm going to forget how to sing. I'll be crushed if I can't sing live again, but what does a quarterback do when faced with the last ball he'll ever throw? That's the situation I'm in. I want to look back on 40 years of Bon Jovi, look forward to the new album, and appreciate everything. That's my hope, to find joy in it all. And that's really, at the end of the day, what matters is finding, the love for what you do and just keep doing what you love. If you can't do what you love, life sucks. But the good thing for John Bon Jovi is that he has a wine, Hampton water or something, and water. I don't know. He's got all kinds of things going on. So he's got other business ventures he does with his son. So he's a busy guy, and he has the soup kitchens, and he's busy. But I get it. I mean, his life, his career has been on stage. So we hope the best for John Bon Jovi, and I'm really sad he made the Elvis reference. I was really disappointed in that, but whatever. So Deej says, well, I said his voice was gone, but I had no idea that he had voice issues, right? If we had known that, maybe he wouldn't have been as ridiculed as he was in the press, and he was. And Deej says, Richie said he will sing with him again if his voice is back. But then John came out and said not too long ago, and I don't have that article up, but it's not going to happen with Richie. It's not going to happen. That's what he said, allegedly. I'll throw that in there just in case. And let's see. Candy said, well, that's not the way to look at it. John Bon Jovi, look at Lou Gramm. That man is still singing no matter that his voice has changed. He loves doing what he did, and he never surrendered. That's right. And Lou went through a ton of crap. Tons. Surgery, brain tumor. I mean, come on. And people ridiculed him, that poor guy. Not poor now. He's doing great. He's having so much fun. But man, they ripped him apart. So sad. Oh yeah, of course, Candy. I keep wanting to call you Julie, but you're Candy. And Patty says, people are so unhappy and they take it out on others. I love your Instagram posts. Thank you, Patty. The other day, I think it was the America post, I was getting ripped apart left and right by these few guys, and they had man names. Maybe they were women. Who knows? I think they were guys, though. I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to block you because because the majority of the people like the post. So whatever. And Deej says, well, they just released a new album. Yeah, then there's that. And they can do things with your voice in the studio. So. And Deej says he had throat surgery, so he needed to heal. Absolutely. And the guy's working his bum off trying to, get back. And if he can get back, great. And if he can't, he can't. I mean, like I said, people would go and listen to John Bon Jovi tell stories if they had to. Like if he sat on a stool, just like Steve Perry, and just told a story or stories about, being on the road and being a Bon Jovi and all of that, people would go and watch it, and they would go sit and listen to him. I would totally go and listen to John Bon Jovi tell a story. I think that'd be great. You can have the band going like I don't know, for effect, play the drum. I was with 100 girls on that one night. Like something crazy like that. Tanya said, agreed, Patty. The daily Instagram posts are fabulous. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I know there are people who appreciate them, but I did think it was funny that someone said AI was writing these. I'm like, really? Okay. Candy said, AI. I'm not down with AI. I don't like it. And if we support it, then it's going to grow bigger. I'm not going to be the supporter. I'm old school. The sad thing is, though, Candy, AI is taking over. And I like to be old school. I'm going to continue to be old school as long as I can. I can have AI write stories for me. I attempted it in the beginning when I found out about Chat GPT. And I'm reading and I'm going, all this information is wrong. It's all incorrect. They still had Steve Perry dating Kelly. So it's like, no, I'm just going to write, you know what? I'm going to write my own, do my own research, it takes a lot of time to do this stuff. I'm going to do my own thing. I'm not going to rely on a computer because you know what? It was like, and other things I was putting in there. I'm like, this is so wrong. This is so incorrect. Without even researching, I knew it was wrong. So I'm good. I don't use it at all. I don't. I swear to you, I don't. Scott says I've seen Bon Jovi in '86 and 2010, and both shows were excellent. Well, 2010 was way before he had the voice issues. So, and I mean, '86, that was their prime, right? How lucky are you? And Dee says, Kiki, they just released a new album or are going to. I heard their new tune. I have not heard it yet, so I'll have to take a listen. And Candy said, yes, Kiki, sweetie, I agree with you. It's not just our voice, but everything changes as we get older. It's the way of life. Oh, honey, isn't that the truth? And then starts going south. You know what I'm saying? And Patty says, I've heard the new album. It's out. John's done a ton of press for it. I'll have to take a listen. And Roberta said, with the good he does in his soup kitchens, it is the best. Absolutely. I agree. He's doing great stuff, for the community. So what's better than that? He can. He's got so much money. He can help people. That's what you're supposed to be doing when you have a lot of money, right? I mean, it's just good. It must make him feel so good, him and his wife, Dorothea. Dee says, I mean, I was shocked because I saw them live. His voice was way off key. Can't believe they didn't say anything to him. They probably did. They probably just kept it hush. Roberta says he extends his wealth to help the ones that need it. And it's so good. It's just good. Whenever you can do something for someone else that's not asked for, it just feels so good. And Candy said, what I think is Bon Jovi is holding a lot of anger inside of himself because he can't perform like he used to. He needs to release the anger. He could be mad. I mean, can you blame him? I can honestly sit here and say, I can't imagine, I mean, that's been his life. And that's with many of these artists. This is their life. This is all they know. And Deej says, I watched the documentary. It's pretty good. I watched it twice. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I do that, clearly. I like to watch things over and over again. I don't know why I have a problem. Probably it's from childhood. It's a childhood thing. Like I said, I used to watch movies over and over and over and over and over again. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Patty says, Candy, I'm sure he's angry and sad and frustrated. I hope he can find peace with it all. Absolutely. Absolutely. And speaking of being angry, Tommy Shaw of Styx, he's a little angry. He's a smidge angry. And let's find out why Tommy Shaw is angry. Oh, can you see it? There he is. There he is. So ultimate classic rock. And Tommy Shaw of Styx, he hopes that he lives long enough to get into the Rock Hall. Another group, really? Like, what the heck? We said this when Lou Gramm is finally getting in Foreigner. It's like, okay, Styx, REO, hello. I mean, they got to be next year. And Eddie Money, hello. So Tommy Shaw says that Styx deserves to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and he hopes him and his bandmates are alive if they finally get the call. Hello, Tommy. This is the Rock Hall. Guess what? Guess what? During a conversation, Cleveland.com, Tommy was asked why Styx has yet to be inducted, like he would know. Nobody knew. You know how many times I talked to Lou about it? He's like, I don't know. Someone hates us. Someone hates me. Who knows? Like, you can't even speculate these things. You really can't. You just have to look at who's on the board. Okay, does that one not like me? And I'm never going to get in. Jan was calling him Jan Wenner. Jan had a lot to do with a lot of people not getting in, I guess, allegedly. And Tommy went on to say, I hope we all live long enough to find the answer to that question of why they have not gotten into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but that's not for me to decide, he said. So let's see. The institution has inducted many artists posthumously who could have received the honor while they were still alive. Agreed. Come on. Get over it. The most recent example is MC5, who will finally get inducted this October after being eligible since 1992. The group was nominated 6 previous times before getting selected for enshrinement, and all of the band's classic members have since passed away. How effing sad is that? That's sad. Not one member is alive. I didn't even know that. Didn't even know it. And Tommy said that the Rock Hall looks good on TV. He said that he would love to see Bad Company get honored. And I quote, Tommy said, I don't know the process for selection, and it's really none of my business. It's a nice thing to have people rally around artists they like, but we have zero influence over the decision. True that. But I don't know. I feel like some people have a little bit of swag. I do. I feel like there's, allegedly, I bet there's some funny business always going on behind the scenes somewhere along the lines. Don't you think?
Yes.
Oh my, everybody's like waiting for you, Al, to say something. Because I don't want them to think I have you locked up in the basement. So thank you for at least, saying yes. I appreciate it.
Well, I want to thank everybody for the Father's Day wishes, which is really nice. And their Grandfather's Day wishes for Sunday. Isn't that nice, Kiki?
It's very nice.
And you're talking about how voices change over time.
Yeah.
Talking about this. This is how your voices change. Are you ready?
Oh, no.
And speaking of being angry, Tommy Shaw of Styx, he's a little angry. He's a smidge angry, and let's find out why Tommy Shaw is angry. Oh, can you see it? There he is.
So there's your proof right there.
You are ridiculous. Like, honestly, you have nothing else better to do.
I go back to the basement. Bye.
So, see, guys, I don't have Al locked up in the basement.
Bye.
He's fine. Say bye, Al.
Bye, Al.
Say you love everybody.
Do I have to?
Yep. Say it.
I love everybody.
Tell everybody thank you for the hearts and thank you for the love.
Thank you for the hearts.
Thank you for the love.
Send money now. Bye.
Yep. Okay. So bye, Al. Bye-bye. See, so he's fine. I don't have him tied up and packed in the trunk of the car, anything like that. It's not a Lifetime movie, just so you know. So thank you for your care and concern. And he's very happy. So Tommy went on to say, I'm glad when artists are recognized. It's a great thing for everyone. Like when Rush was inducted, appreciated, deserved. It's an honor for anybody who is inducted, but it doesn't help write that next song. We all know the reality. It looks good on television. Yeah. So let's see who is not in the Rock Hall. Bryan Adams. Well, that's interesting. Alice in Chains. Greg Allman. America. Oh my God. I never realized what a fan base America has. Holy crapoli. Holy chipotle. Holy cannoli. America. So many people love America. You can do magic. You can have anything that you desire. Everybody. Magic. And you're the one who can put out the fire. I can go on, but I'm not. That's a great song from the 80s from America. I forgot about that one. I was listening to that for the past couple of days. What a good song. Let's see who else. Anthrax is not in the Rock Hall. Argent. Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot here. Asia. Asia's not in the Rock Hall. Wow. They're going through the alphabet. BTO. Bad Company. Badfinger, Beck. It's a lot. Well, we're going the B-52s. Oh, I used to love them. I mean, I love them, but I really used to love them. Blackfoot. We won't go through the whole list. Blind Faith, Ginger Baker, right? Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Wow. Blue Cheer. Who's Blue Cheer? Blue Cheer. Dickie Peterson. If you want to make a, I don't know who's Blue Cheer. What did they sing? I don't know. But I guess they're a 70s band. Blue Oyster Cult. They're coming to Bally's. John Bon Jovi. What? John Bon Jovi? No. Bon Jovi's got to be in the Rock Hall. During their induction. They were inducted. Bon Jovi was inducted. One was he had a thank you speech and an FU speech. Oh, because he's not in as a solo artist? Oh, that's why. Oh, so John Bon Jovi's not in as a solo artist. So we're not going to go through the whole list, but I can't. Oh, Boston should be in the friggin' Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Really? REO, Styx, Eddie Money, Boston. Yeah, for sure. Oh, everybody's just Googling over Al. That's so funny. Yeah, Greg Allman. It's weird. I thought he was, but I guess not. Deej says America love him, listen to him all the time. Yeah, Bachman Turner Overdrive, right? Ventura Highway. In the sunshine, where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine. Everybody, you're gonna go. I know. Whoa, 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 whoa. And the free wind is blowing through your hair. All right, that's enough. America has a fan club like Journey Junkies. I sat next to some of them at a show. Really? I'll have to go find that group. If you can send it to me, Scott, that'd be great. Bon Jovi's in it, but I don't think John Bon Jovi is a solo artist, is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And Dee says Boston, wow, what a crime. Isn't that true? Boston should, I kind of assumed they were already in it, but I didn't know they weren't. That's dumb. All right, guys. So let's talk about the movie Bratz. I should really call it a documentary. It was really good. I enjoyed it. It is interesting to me. Lots of things were talked about in this movie and the whole crux of it. So us 80s babies know about the Brat Pack. Demi Moore, Andrew McCarthy, Rob Lowe, Judd Nelson, Molly Ringwald, Ali Sheedy. To me, that's the Brat Pack right there. John Cryer, he's in the documentary. Excuse me. But I really didn't, per se, put him in the Brat Pack, even though he was in the group of, he's in all those movies. But anyway, so Andrew McCarthy. And we just talked about him the other night. So he was the rich guy in Pretty in Pink who wanted to get with Molly Ringwald. And James Spader was the other rich guy who everybody thought was dead the other day, but it was a hoax. Oh my gosh, dumb. Anyway, and I'm sorry I fell for it, but I did. And I'm glad he's okay. And Andrew McCarthy was always like you could tell, like a quiet guy. And he directed this documentary, Bratz. Really good. It's on Hulu. Like, I have to suggest to you to get like a free trial. I think Hulu does a free trial. I hate to be doing that, but I don't care. Like, I don't know, you get 3 days for free or something. Get it and watch this documentary. If you are an 80s baby like me, you will love it. But it was kind of disturbing at the same time because Andrew McCarthy seems like he has been devastated over the fact that he was part of the Brat Pack. That's really what this whole documentary is about. He said that it ruined his career. And he blamed it on this writer who wrote an article about Emilio Estevez. You remember him, right? And I watched the documentary Bratz the other day, and then I watched St. Elmo's Fire right after. Another movie I've seen gazillions of times, and I still loved it. I just loved it as much as I did in 1980, whenever. I don't care. And Rob Lowe was so hot. Please, Jesus. Gosh dang, and he's still adorable. Rob Lowe is still cute. And he has no neck fat. Like, he looks good. He looks really good, that Rob Lowe. So, how you feel about Andrew? This is from NPR. How you feel about Andrew McCarthy's searching, earnest, frequently self-important, and occasionally clueless documentary about Hollywood's so-called brat pack of actors, titled somewhat self-consciously Brats, may depend on what you think about the whole phenomenon in the first place. Now, here was my whole thing. So Andrew McCarthy, the whole documentary, it was like he was asking his fellow actors and other people that were involved with, the movies at this time, did being called being part of the Brat Pack, did it ruin your career? And here I am sitting going, how would that ruin your career? I still watch Pretty in Pink. I still watch The Breakfast Club. I still watch St. Elmo's Fire. I just watched it again the other day. I mean, I would assume that these movies and the residuals they are getting from them, as long as they had good contracts, are sustaining their lifestyles, or helping to anyway. I mean, Demi Moore had so many movies. And let's face facts here. I think that was maybe a self-inflicted type of thing, just on the outside looking in, on Andrew McCarthy's part, because look at Demi Moore. And she was part of this documentary. And my gosh, she's so busy. And she's always with Bruce Willis. And she seems like, oh my gosh, the sweetest woman. But anyway, all the movies she was in. So clearly it did nothing to her being part of the Brat Pack. I mean, this was the beginning of everything for her. And Rob Lowe, he still did tons of movies. John Cryer I don't know. I don't really know. Andrew McCarthy, I don't think he did much. Did he? I don't know. But I don't recall seeing, like Demi Moore, she was everywhere. James Spader, didn't really notice. I just, noticed that he did the 80s movies. Judd Nelson. I know he's done other things, but pretty much I recognize him from being the bad boy in the 80s movies. Now, let's see. Bratz does a great job reminding us why we should care about the subject at all. And it notes the success of teen-focused films in the 80s, specifically the John Hughes films like The Breakfast Club, Pretty in Pink, along with St. Elmo's Fire from Joel Schumacher. And another point in the documentary was this was a time when producers started utilizing younger people to star in movies. Like, what a novel idea. And I guess at that time, I didn't realize it because I was so involved in my love for these movies that this was a turning point. This was a revelation. Oh my gosh, let's use young adults to star in movies and showcase their lives. I thought that was a pretty thing. I don't know. But I guess this was a new type of thing. And it did. It's what shaped our 80s memories, right? Come on, let's be honest. Let's be real. And Emilio Estevez, he's done stuff though. Ali Sheedy, I don't know, she did a whole bunch. Molly Ringwald, she did other things. More recently, I think, though. Now, Molly and Judd were not part of this documentary. And Andrew had said during the documentary that Molly wants to leave it all behind her. And that's where I was kind of confused by that. I'm like, but this is what shaped your career. There's nothing to be embarrassed about here. If that's what the problem is, I don't know. I didn't talk to Molly. But to me, like, oh my gosh, I love these people. I literally wanted to be friends with them. I wanted to hang out, go to the local pub and have a beer with all of them. And just have, whoa, and just like scream and yell. And I don't know about Billy though. Rob Lowe is Billy in St. Elmo's Fire. Like he was with everybody. And whatever happened to Mare Winningham? Can we just talk about her for a second? Like she was, if you've watched St. Elmo's Fire, you know what I'm saying. Like she was the quiet girl. But whatever happened to her? I don't know. I didn't look her up. But I really loved these movies. So, and I didn't look at these people any bad way at all. I looked up to them, if anything. But Andrew McCarthy, I was so surprised to get a feeling from him that this kind of destroyed his life, it sounded like. It made his career not go to the point where it should have because he was in the quote unquote Brat Pack. I don't know. I thought the Brat Pack was a great club to be in because it looked like, again, and you can kind of tell, from some of the things that were being said in the documentary, oh, Hollywood, everything looks better on paper type of thing. It looks like we were having a great time. It looked like we were all friends, but they didn't hang out together. And, I guess there weren't some great times, but that's what Hollywood does. It gives you the illusion of greatness, just like social media does today. You think that someone on Instagram, because they're standing in front of a Mercedes, which is parked in front of this big mansion, and they have the perfect body, that's their life. Well, the Mercedes might belong to a friend of theirs. The mansion, they might have just drove up to someone's house who wasn't home, and their whole body might be filtered, and they might not even look like that. So there's so much on social media that, and see, I think as at our age, like we understand that, but I think the younger generation, they really do look at it and go, "Oh my gosh, I want that for me." Yeah, it's great to want it for you, but it's not all real. It's just it's not. Anywho, let's see. Yep, and then Tom Cruise, of course, with Risky Business, another freaking awesome movie I used to watch over and over again. That's another one I want to watch. That was good. With the egg. Oh my god, the Fabergé egg. Dirty Dancing, another one I've watched 5 gazillion times over and over and over again. When they're in the water and he's lifting her up, and then oh gosh, the chemistry, even though supposedly they didn't really like each other, but oh my gosh, it was great. It was Patrick Swayze. Back to the Future, watch that all the time. But Back to the Future 2, and was there a 3? I didn't like those. Footloose 1 only. Thank you so much, Kevin Bacon. Oh my gosh. Weird Science, didn't really watch that. I didn't watch that. Footloose, I did watch that over and over again. I'm like, how could anyone not let anyone listen to music? Help me, Jesus. So, yep, it did. It seemed like every single weekend there was a new movie with teenagers, but they weren't. They were all in their 20s and 30s, but we thought they were teenagers. There's Andrew McCarthy right there, and John Cryer and Demi Moore, and I think that's Ali Sheedy. And the gentleman sitting next to Andrew McCarthy that looks kind of angry, he's the guy who wrote the article referring to all of them as the Brat Pack. And in the documentary, in case you don't watch it, but he said, I don't know, him and his friends were together and they called themselves the Fat Pack. And then I guess the following day or that day, he interviewed Emilio Estevez. And then as he was, thinking about the article, he came up with the name the Brat Pack. And he said there was no ill intention. But then as Andrew was talking to him, it was kind of like maybe there was some ill intention from him to call them the Brat Pack, even though he didn't know everybody. So that was kind of like, the author was a little the writer was a little sketchy, when Andrew was confronting him. But to me, the writer said, I feel like, I helped you guys by calling you that because I put you in this whole category. This is what everybody referred to as. But Andrew, which was bothersome, like I think this like affected his whole life. And it's, when he was going around to everybody, it's like, didn't it bother you? Didn't it affect you? And like Demi Moore said to him, basically, well, your life, basically what she said in a nutshell, your life is what you make of it. And it's so true. So true. So if you're self-fulfilling that you're put into another category, nobody's hiring you because you're part of the Brat Pack and you're not serious about your craft, you've done that to you, she was saying. Because look at her. I mean, she's done so much. I don't think of her as I really don't even think of her as being in the Brat Pack, to be honest. I I mean, yeah, it pops up in your brain, but I don't really think of her that way. And I have to say, I don't really think of any of them that way. I just think of Breakfast Club and Pretty in Pink and St. Elmo's Fire. That's what I think of. I don't really think about the Brat Pack, if that makes any sense at all. So let's see. Da-da-da. And Andrew McCarthy, he said that he wanted to be a serious actor. The term really rubbed him the wrong way. And Bloom, okay, what's his first name? So I'm just not calling him Bloom, the writer of the article that referred to them as the Brat Pack. Let's see. David Bloom. Okay, so David Bloom. And it said that David Bloom, his original article, basically doesn't even include Andrew as being part of the Brat Pack. And then it goes on, this article goes on to say, which is why it is surprising to see footage of him at the start of Bratz calling up actors he was never very close to, but has been professionally linked with for nearly 40 years, suggesting they get together in front of cameras for a documentary he is directing and will star in to actually talk about his this Brat Pack thing. And it was kind of funny when, everybody he called, he's like, oh, I haven't talked to them in 30 years. Oh, I haven't talked to them since that time. I haven't talked to them ever. But they all received him well. You didn't hear Molly though, and Judd wasn't in it. But I won't say what happened at the end. But Andrew did say, like, I'm repeating myself, but Molly said she just didn't want to go backwards, which was kind of confusing to me. Kind of confusing because, like I said, this is the time that made you, right? This was a big time. They were huge. These people were huge celebrities because of these movies. And Emilio Estevez, now I kind of fell asleep, I'm not gonna lie. And then I woke up and I have to go back and watch the Emilio Estevez part. But he called the article the unofficial president. Oh, he was called the unofficial president of the Brat Pack. And he apologized for refusing to star in a movie with McCarthy shortly after the article was published for fear of feeding the narrative. Really? So Emilio didn't want to be associated with all of that. And he refused to do a movie with Andrew McCarthy. Oh, that's kind of sad. And this was a big thing too. Emilio thought that the journalist was his friend, which, why wouldn't you think that? But the journalist did say, I wasn't anybody's friend. I was there to do an article. I did 6 articles a year and I'm not anybody's friend. I mean, yuck. Like what a crappy feeling that has to be. And to live your life like that, you. And it says a movie with 2 messages. Scenes like this allow Bratz to work on a few different levels at once through McCarthy's own words and his catch-ups with other Brat Packers like Estevez, Sheedy, Moore, and Lowe. We get a sense of the people at the heart of a massive pop culture phenomenon. And Ali Sheedy seemed really, really sweet. I don't know what she's doing now. And, this is a big thing. Lots of, documentaries coming out about what we loved in the 80s. And I love that. I do. I really do. Like, I really enjoyed this documentary, but at the same time, it did make me kind of sad because I'm like, why would you be so angry? And I don't think he's really angry anymore. I think he was. I think Andrew was really angry about the Brat Pack thing. But to me, honey, oh girl, I loved all of you. I loved y'all. I didn't. And then let me see. Can you see this one? And then there's this one who says, Oh, and then Andrew explained why Molly and Judd were not in the documentary. Look at Demi. She's so pretty. She looks fantastic. Oh my gosh. So Andrew said, I mean, and I quote, and this is from entertainment.com. I mean, they both are in the film in a sense that there's a lot of clips and interviews and things. He told Entertainment Tonight, the Brat Pack is an ongoing relationship, you know what I mean? And some people are at different places in their lives to want to or not want to talk about it. I think that just informs it even more. I mean, that's my takeaway from it. Well, Andrew did say in the movie that Molly wanted to put this behind her or leave it in the past, however he put it. And I just don't understand that. Like, leave what in the past? It was great. How could it not be great for you? They were explosive. They're cult phenomenons, those movies that people still watch today, and they're great. They are timeless, honestly. I mean, like her dress from Pretty in Pink is so 1980s, and I had one just like it for one of my proms that I forced someone to take me to. It's true. It's true. I had to force people to take me to prom. I didn't pay them because I didn't have any money, but I know, it's sad. Not really. I got to go. I had free chicken. Chicken was nasty. But anyway, so let's see. Andrew said he also had plans to connect with Judd while he was in LA, trying to talk with some of the gang, but he was at some undisclosed location and not available that weekend. You know, I don't know. Just watch it. If you can get the free trial of Hulu, and I'm pretty sure it's out there, I highly implore you. If you're an 80s baby like me, watch it. Oh, Dee says she's watching it tonight. You go, girl. You watch it. You watch it. It's so good. And report back to us next week. So, guys, thank you so much for being here on this fabulous, fun Friday. I hope that all of you are doing well. I hope you have an amazing weekend ahead. Here in the Northeast, well, Rhode Island anyway, we're supposed to have some beautifully hot, yummy, steamy weather next week, and I can't wait for it. This is what I live for all year long. I want to sweat. I want my belly to fall to the ground and fall off me so I can just sweat it out and lose 2,500 pounds because I want to. And I have a wedding coming up in September, so I need to lose a few lbs. You know what I'm saying? Guys, you are the absolute best. Make sure you hit the like button before you go. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Go ahead and check out my personal channel at Kiki Room, and it's in the community tab somewhere down below. And also, make sure you give each other a hug. Thank you so much for sending Al love tonight. He loves when you send him love, love, love. Happy Father's Day to all of you who are daddies, whether you're fur daddies, non-daddies, pet daddies, squirrel daddies, whatever type of daddy you are, sugar daddy maybe. Okay, you do you. Happy Father's Day. And remember to download the app, the free app of Kiki.fm, best music app around. Oh my gosh, playing the best classic hits, classic rock, anywhere, anywho. Guys, I love you, love you, love you. And I will see you soon. Have a great weekend, everybody. And thank you so much. Bye, guys. Oh, wait, but I got to send my heart. No, not yet. Not yet. I got to send my heart. Oh, no. Why is it not letting me send it? Okay, wait a minute. Wait. Oh, I sent it. Okay. I'm such a dweeb. Bye, guys. Love you.